Welcome to the presentations of the research methodology. Our title is The Effect of Sleep Durations, Sleep Quality, and Sleep Disruption on Employee Performance at TAMAN DESA Orange Resident. This presentation will be presented by Hin Wei Ting, Go Xing Yi, and So Yi Chi. We total have 5 chapters need to present. Chapter 1 Background of Study, Chapter 2 Literature Review, Chapter 3 Research Methodology, Chapter 4 Analysis and Result, Chapter 5 Discussion. Sleep health is fundamental for physical, mental, and emotional well-being. It plays a vital role in determining employee performance, productivity, and workplace safety. Without adequate sleep, an employee face challenges in maintaining cognitive sharpness and emotional stability, which directly impacts their ability to perform effectively at work. However, the issue of insufficient sleep and its link to reduced productivity has become a growing concern, especially in localized contexts. Taman Desa Oren resident is one such community where the combinations of work demands and environmental factors intensify sleep-related challenges. In Taman Desa Oren resident, employees face increasing pressures from demanding work schedule and environmental stresses unique to the community. These stresses not only disrupt sleep patterns but also lead to negative consequences for workplace performance, creating a ripple effect of productivity and overall well-being. In this study, we total have 3 research objectives. First, how does sleep durations influence the performance of employee at Taman Desa Orange resident? Second, what is the relationship between sleep quality and employee performance at Taman Desa Orange resident? Third one is how do sleep disruption affect the work performance of employee at Taman Desa Orange resident? Significant study, public health and workplace productivity, economic implications of poor sleep health, targeted workplace interventions, broader impacts. What is our IV? Sleep quality, sleep durations, and sleep disruption. What is our DV? Employees' work performance. This chapter will cover what is how sleep can impact the task efficiency, error rates, and the presenteeism indices. Literature review. Sleep health including quality, disruption, and durations is crucial for work performance. This study examines its links to workplace productivity in Taman Desa Orange residents. Sleep impacts work in 3 key ways: task efficiency, which is well-rested employees work faster and more accurately; error rates. Poor sleep causes employee increases mistake. Overall productivity. Better sleep enhance engagement and outputs. Our framework explores how cognitive and emotional mechanisms connect sleep to performance. There is a clear need for tailored interventions to improve sleep health and boost productivity in communities like Taman Desa Orange resident. In this study, work performance is the primary dependent variable. It represents employees' efficiency, accuracy, and productivity in completing tasks. Sleep health, specifically sleep durations, quality, and disruptions, plays a crucial role in influencing work performance. Let's start with sleep quality. High quality sleep is essential for cognitive functioning, decision making, and emotional regulations. On the other hand, poor sleep quality causes fatigue, memory deficits, and emotional instability. Next is sleep durations. Insufficient sleep, defined as less than 6 hours per night, leads to fatigue, reduced concentrations, and decreased productivity. Lastly, sleep disruption. These include irregularities like trouble falling asleep or frequent awakenings. Disrupted sleep prevents the body and mind from fully recovering, leading to exhaustion and reduced mental clarity. In this session, I will discuss our study 3 independent variables, which is our IV: sleep quality, sleep durations, and sleep disruption. Sleep quality refers to the depth, restfulness, and continuity of sleep. Poor sleep quality reduces cognitive functions, increases irritability, and contributes to presenteeism, where employees are not at work but not fully productive. To improve sleep quality, we recommend promoting sleep hygiene, creating a conducive sleep environment, and encouraging regular sleep routine. Next, sleep duration. Short sleep durations, which is less than 6 hours, leads to fatigue, slower cognitive processing, and higher error rates. So, flexible work schedule, time management education, and consistent sleep routines can help employees achieve sufficient sleep. Finally, sleep disruption. This refers to interruptions in the natural sleep cycle, leading to fragmented or insufficient sleep. Sleep disruption impair memory, slow information processing, and affect decision making. They also increase workplace error. To addressing sleep disruptions can include encouraging relaxation techniques, minimizing overtime, and providing support through workplace policy and sleep education. The linkages between TV and IB. How sleep quality can affect employee work performance. High quality sleep enhances focus, decision making, and task efficiency. Poor sleep quality can lead to impaired memory, reduced concentrations, and presenteeism where employees underperform due to fatigue. How sleep durations can affect employee work performance. Adequate sleep, which is between 7 to 9 hours, ensure alertness and productivity. Short sleep, which is less than 6 hours, causes fatigue, slower reaction time, and more errors, significantly contributions to presenteeism. How sleep disruption affect employee work performance. Frequent interruption in sleep lead to fatigue, emotional instability, and reduced efficiency. Disrupted sleep increases the risk of the workplace accident and errors, especially high demand jobs. I will now explain the theoretical framework behind our study on sleep and work performance, focusing on two keyway theories and their integration. First, we have the circadian rhythm theory. This theory explains how our biological clock regulates the sleep-wake cycle, influencing physical and mental functioning. When sleep is irregular or insufficient, it disrupts the circadian rhythm, causing chronic fatigue, slower cognitive processes, and reduced alertness. A key solution is promoting consistent sleep patterns. Strategies like light therapy can help realign circadian rhythms, ultimately improving productivity and well-being. Next, the conservation of resources theory, which is COR. This theory highlights that individuals strive to acquire, retain, and protect valuable resources like energy, time, and emotional stability. Poor sleep, whether due to quality, disruption, or insufficient duration, depletes these resources. When resources are depleted, employees experience impaired decision making, lower productivity, and emotional instability. The key takeaway is that addressing sleep challenges help restore these resources, boost resilience, and enhance work performance. Finally, the integrated framework. The COR theory explains how poor sleep affects psychological resources such as energy and emotional stability. The circadian rhythm theory addresses psychological disruptions caused by irregular sleep. Together, these perspectives provide a comprehensive understanding of how sleep helps challenge impact work performance and highlight evidence-based strategy to improve productivity and employee well-being in TAMAN DESA OREN resident. Conceptual framework of our study. The purpose of this framework is to illustrate how the independent variables, which is sleep quality, sleep durations, and sleep disruptions, impact the dependent variable, which is work performance. Our focus is on employees in TAMAN DESA OREN resident. First, outline the key elements, independent variables. These include sleep quality, sleep durations, and sleep instruction. Dependent variable, the primary outcome is work performance, which encompasses employee efficiency, accuracy, and productivity. Now, what does this framework reveal? Poor sleep quality leads to reduced cognitive functions and presenteeism. Frequent sleep disruptions increase workplace errors and decrease focus. Insufficient sleep durations causes fatigue and lower task efficiency. Together, these factors contribute to overall reduced work performance. Finally, we come to research hypothesis. We total have three hypotheses. Hypothesis 1, relationship between sleep quality and work performance. High sleep quality improve cognitive abilities, decision making, and emotional stability. Hypothesis 2, relationship between sleep disruption and work performance. Frequent sleep disruptions interface with restorative sleep, causing exhaustion and cognitive impairment. Hypothesis 3, relationship between sleep durations and work performance. Inadequate sleep durations, which is less than 6 hours, disrupt recovery processes, causing chronic fatigue and reduced alertness.
Hi, my name is Hingwei Teng and my metric number is 221220608. Today, I will be presenting the research methodology for our study on the effect of sleep duration, sleep quality, and sleep disruption on employee performance at TAMAN DESA OREN residence, Pulau Pinang. Introduction. This study focused on understanding how sleep factors, namely duration, quality, and disruption, affect employee performance. We chose a quantitative research approach and use Google Forms to collect data through structured questionnaires. The key objective is to systematically analyze these relationships and draw evidence-based conclusions. Next, research approach. Our research approach is quantitative to ensure measurable and objective analysis. This method is ideal for testing hypotheses and identifying correlations between variables. Tools like survey and statistical technique were employed to gather and interpret numerical data. Next, research design. The research design used is explanatory, which investigates the cause and effect relationships between sleep variables and performance. Data was collected using structured questionnaires distributed via social media platforms such as WhatsApp. This method ensures efficiency and accessibility for participants. Explanatory research helps us understand why certain phenomena occur, such as how sleep impacts performance. By analyzing structured questionnaire responses, we identify underlying relationships between the independent variable, which is sleep factors, and the dependent variable, which is employee performance. This study used deductive reasoning, where we started with a hypothesis and narrowed it down to specific conclusions. The approach was top-down and logical, aligning well with quantitative data analysis. The unit of analysis for this study was the group of residents at TAMAN DESA OREN residence. The variable analyzed include sleep duration, sleep quality, and sleep disruption, with employee performance as the dependent variable. Tools like Pearson correlation were used to explore these relationships. A cross-sectional design was adopted, collecting data at the single point in time. This approach is efficient for testing hypotheses and understanding immediate relationships between variables. The population consisted of 210 residents, and we used 138 respondents as our sample. Based on Craigsy and Morgan table, the sampling method used was convenience sampling for practicality and ease of access. We opted for non-probability sampling, specifically convenience sampling. While it limits generalizability, it ensures efficient and targeted data collection. The sampling technique involved reaching participants through social media platforms like WhatsApp and Facebook. This method saves time and ensures high response rates. Data was collected using an online questionnaire via Google Forms. The questionnaire was designed with 28 questions across 5 sections, focusing on demographics, sleep factors, and performance. SQL questions ensure consistent and quantifiable responses. The questionnaire includes 5 sections, such as demographics, sleep duration, quality, disruption, and employee performance. Each section was developed using validated tools like the PSQI. Data was analyzed using SPSS. Techniques include descriptive statistics, such as mean and frequency, and inferential statistics, such as correlation and regression analysis. Reliability was tested using Cronbach Alpha to ensure internal consistency. This step confirmed that the questionnaire components were dependable. Regression analysis explore predictive relationships between variables. Both linear and multiple regression techniques provided insights into how sleep factors influence performance. Summary of Chapter 3. Ethical consideration included obtaining informed consent, ensuring anonymity, and maintaining voluntary participation. These measures protected participants' rights and ensured the study's integrity. To summarize, we use a quantitative research approach with structured questionnaires and SPSS for analysis. The study provides valuable insights into how sleep factors affect employee performance, contributing to the broader understanding of workplace productivity.
My name is Soichi and my metric number is 221220797 from 21B. I will be representing Chapter 4 of our research, which focus on the data analysis and result. This chapter is crucial because it rigorously examines the collected data to ensure validity, reliability, and alignment with our research objectives. Firstly, let's look at the response rate. A total of 138 questionnaires were distributed and all were returned, giving us a 100% response rate. This ensures that the data are both suitable and representative for analysis. It also removes concern about non-response bias, making our findings more believable. In this section, I will outline the steps taken to ensure the content validity of our study. This was crucial in guaranteeing the reliability and relevance of our findings. First, we ensure strict attention to academic and research conventions. This includes designing a structured framework that follows a Google form layout to clarity and consistency. This approach not only enhanced the professional nature of the report, but also made it easier for readers to understand. We conduct a detailed review process to validate every section of the study, from data collection to analysis. This ensures alignment with our study objective and consistency with the research question. By doing this, we maintain a strong connection between our data and the goals of the research. Our statistical analysis focus on reliability and precision. We implement several methods, including reliability tests to confirm the consistency of our data, descriptive statistics of summarizing key trends and patterns, regression models to understand relationship between variables. Each of these methods has been applied in details to ensure the accuracy and robust nature of our result. To further strengthen the validity of our approach, we sought feedback from a lecturer with subject matter expertise. Their approval and validation helped confirm the methodological soundness of our study and its alignment with academic expectations. Our study was carefully positioned to deliver reliable insight with both practical and scholarly impacts. We aim to make a meaningful contribution to the field, ensuring that our findings provide real-world relevance and add to the existing body of knowledge. Finally, we conduct a true evaluation of all metrics and outcomes to ensure consistency and relevance. By doing so, we guarantee that the report not only meets but exceeds scholarly expectation. Moving on to reliability, we conduct convex alpha tests to evaluate the internal consistency of our variables. Sleep duration 0.959, sleep quality 0.957, sleep disruption 0.964, employee performance 0.962. All values are above 0.9, indicating excellent reliability. This confirms that our measurement scales are consistent and dependable for this study. In this section, I will provide an overview of the demographic and background information of our participants. This data provides valuable context for understanding the diversity and relevance of our finding. Let's start with gender distribution. Our study achieved a nearly balanced representation, with 52.2% of participants identifying as male and 47.8% as female. This balance supports a more comprehensive perspective in our findings. Next, we analyzed the age distribution. The largest group of participants fell into the 21 to 23-year age, accounting for 35.5% of respondents. However, we also observed diversity with younger and older age group contributing valuable insight to the study. In terms of regional representation, the majority of participants were Chinese, picking up 76.8% of the sample. Smaller but significant proportions include Malay participants at 18.8%, and Indian participants at 9.4%, reflecting the multicultural nature of our sample. Regarding marital status, the majority of respondents were single, representing 55.8%. Marriage individual made up 34.1%, adding further diversity to the demographic profile. Now moving on to the work-related details. Most participants had 1 to 5 years of experience, which is 32.6%, while 29.6% had over 10 years of experience, indicating a mix of early career and highly experienced individuals. Work hours per week, a notable 34.8% reported working 40 hours weekly, while 23.9% worked 45 hours and 20.3% worked 50 hours. This variation highlights different employment and intensities among participants. Finally, let's examine living and financial status. Over half of the participants, which is 54.3%, live with family, while 17.4% live with roommates and 15.2% live alone. The largest income group earned $4,000 to $6,000 per month, accounting for 26.8% of participants. Interestingly, a smaller group, which is 5.8%, reported earning $10,000 or more, illustrating income disparity within a sample. For the descriptive statistic of the key variables in our study, first, let's look at the sleep duration. The mean score is 4.17868 with a standard deviation of 0.95660. This indicates the participants generally report high levels of sleep duration, true with some variability. Next, we have sleep quality, which has a mean of 4.1812 and standard deviation of 0.92330. This suggests the participants perceive their sleep quality to be high on average, with relatively consistent responses across the group. Moving on to sleep disruption, the mean score is 4.1609 with a standard deviation of 0.96201. Again, we see high levels reported, indicating that sleep disruption is perceived to be minimal overall among participants. Finally, for employee performance, the mean score is 4.1913 with a standard deviation of 0.95837. This demonstrates the participants generally rate their performance at high level with only slight variations. All four variables, sleep duration, sleep quality, sleep disruption, and employee performance, are rated at high levels. This suggests the participants maintain a healthy balance in sleep-related factors, which positively correlates with their work performance. This insight emphasizes the importance of addressing factors like sleep disruption to sustain high level of employee performance. Organizations might consider strategies to promote their better sleep hygiene, reduce workplace stress, and encourage work-life balance to enhance both well-being and productivity. First, let's discuss sleep duration. It shows a moderate positive correlation with sleep quality, sleep disruption, and employees' performance. This indicates that increased sleep quality tends to align with higher sleep duration, greater sleep disruption, and improved employees' performance. Next, we analyze the relationship between sleep quality and other factors. There are strong positive correlation with sleep disruption and employee performance. This suggests that better sleep quality is closely linked with fewer disruption and higher employees' performance. Finally, the strongest observed correlation is between sleep disruption and employee performance. This highlights the critical relationship. As sleep disruption decreases, employee performance significantly improves. This correlation offers valuable insight into the interconnectedness of this variable. Moderate and strong positive correlations suggest that improving one factor, such as sleep quality or reducing sleep disruption, can have a cascading positive effect on other areas, including employee performance. For organizations, this emphasizes the importance of promoting healthy sleep habits and managing social media exposure to enhance overall productivity. Let's start with the overall performance of the regression model. The model explained 94.7% of the variance in employees' performance as indicated by an R-square value of 0.947, which demonstrates an excellent fit. The F statistic is 803.605 with a significance level of P smaller than 0.001, confirming the statistical reliability of the model. Now let's break down the impacts of individual predictors on employee performance. Sleep duration, beta is 0.478, t-value 6.187, p-value 0.001. These predictors show a strong significant positive effect on employee performance, suggesting that employees with longer and sufficient sleep tend to perform better. Sleep quality, beta is 0.221, t-value 2.854, p-value 0.005. Sleep quality has a moderate significant positive effect on performance. This indicates that improving the quality of sleep, such as reducing interruptions, and can enhance employees' outcome. For sleep disruption, beta 0.298, t-value 4.503, p-value 0.001. Sleep disruption also show a strong significant positive effect on performance. This highlights the importance of minimizing disruption to achieve better work result. This finding offers valuable insight. For sleep duration, employees with adequate sleep perform better, emphasizing the need for organization to promote work schedule that supports sufficient rest. For sleep quality, enhancing sleep quality, such as promoting relaxation techniques or healthy habits, can lead to noticeable improvement in productivity. For sleep disruption, reducing factors that disrupt sleep, like stress or environmental disturbance, is critical for sustaining high performance. Based on the regression analysis, all hypotheses were supported. The finding confirmed that 3 sleep factors significantly contribute to employees' performance, with sleep duration being the most influential. Our analysis shows significant positive relationship between sleep duration, sleep quality, and sleep disruption and employee performance. Regression results revealed that these sleep factors collectively explain 94.7% of the variance in employees' performance, emphasizing their critical role. These findings highlight the importance of prioritizing sleep to enhance workplace productivity and employee well-being. In Chapter 4, we analyzed the relationship between 3 independent variables: sleep duration, sleep quality, and sleep disruption, and the dependent variables, employee performance. To do this, we conduct 3 types of analysis: descriptive statistic, correlation analysis, and regression analysis. The goal was to understand the strength and significance of this relationship. Our analysis revealed significant positive correlation between all the independent variables and employee performance. Among this, sleep duration emerged the most influential predictors, meaning that employees who have sufficient sleep tend to perform better at work. This was followed by sleep disruption, where managing disruption during sleep was shown to improve performance and sleep quality, which also had a positive impact. Moving on to the regression analysis, the result was quite compelling. The 3 predictors, such as sleep duration, sleep quality, and sleep disruption, together explain 94.7% of the variance in employees' performance, with an R-square value of 0.947. This demonstrates the strong predictive power of these variables. When we look at the individual's contribution, sleep duration had the strongest positive effect, with a beta value of 0.478 and the t-value of 6.187. Sleep disruption had the beta value of 0.298 and a t-value of 4.503. Sleep quality had a beta value of 0.221 and a t-value of 2.854. Importantly, all three predictors were statistically significant, confirming that they play a crucial role in influencing employee performance. These findings support our hypothesis. Sleep duration, quality, and disruption are all significantly and positively related to employees' performance. The result highlights that sleep duration in particular is critical to enhancing employees' productivity and effectiveness. That is all from me. Thank you.
Chapter 5. Discussion. Our study aimed to investigate three primary factors of sleep health, which is sleep duration, sleep quality, and sleep disruption, and how they influence employee performance. We choose the Taman DESA OREN residents community as the focus of our study to understand these factors in a localized context. The findings are significant as they highlight the critical role sleep plays in shaping workplace productivity and overall well-being. Our research revealed three main findings. First, sleep duration. Among all factors, sleep duration emerged as the most influential on employee performance. Employees with sufficient sleep exhibited better cognitive functioning, emotional stability, and task efficiency. Conversely, insufficient sleep was linked to presenteeism, where employees are physically present but perform poorly due to fatigue. Next, sleep quality. High-quality sleep, defined by uninterrupted rest and waking up refreshed, significantly boosted concentration, decision-making abilities, and reduced error rates. Next, sleep disruption. Frequent awakenings or non-restorative sleep negatively impacted cognitive sharpness and increased fatigue. Participants experiencing such disruptions were less effective at work, underscoring the necessity of restorative sleep for optimal performance. Together, these findings validate the hypothesis that sleep duration, quality, and disruption are significant predictors of employee performance. Next, research implications. Our study contributes to existing theory by reinforcing the relevance of sleep in workplace productivity, specifically circadian rhythm theory. This theory explains how disruptions in natural sleep-wake cycles impair cognitive and physical performance. Our findings confirm that irregular sleep patterns reduce workplace efficiency by disrupting circadian alignment. The second one is conservation of resources theory, COR. This theory highlights sleep as a crucial resource for replenishing mental and physical energy. Poor sleep quality and frequent disruption deplete these resources, resulting in reduced resilience and lower productivity. Next is about the practical implications. First, flexible scheduling. Employers should implement flexible work hours to align with employees' natural sleep patterns and reduce circadian misalignment. The second one will be education on sleep hygiene. Organizations can introduce educational programs to raise awareness about the importance of sleep and teach strategies to improve sleep quality. Third, workplace adjustment. Reducing stresses and promoting work-life balance are essential. Examples include limiting night shifts and creating relaxation zones in workplace. Last one will be the employee assistance program. Incorporating sleep-focused support within EAP can help employees with chronic sleep issues, enhancing overall workplace well-being and productivity. Next, research limitations. While our study provides valuable insights, there are several limitations to acknowledge. First, self-reported data. Our reliance on self-reported data may have introduced biases, such as social desirability bias or inaccurate recall of sleep patterns. The second one is cross-sectional design. This limits our ability to establish causality between sleep health and employee performance. Third is localized focus. The study was conducted exclusively in Taman DESA OREN residents, which may limit the generalizability of our findings to other communities or workplace settings. The last one is unaccounted factors. External factors such as workplace policies, environmental conditions, and personal stresses were not included in the study but may influence the outcome. Next, recommendation for future research. To address these limitations, we propose the following recommendations for future research. First one is longitudinal studies. Conduct studies over an extended period to better understand the causal relationships between sleep health and employee performance. Second, diverse populations. Replicate the research across different communities and industry to enhance the generalizability of findings. Third, incorporating external variables. Include factors like workplace policies, environmental conditions, and job stress to gain a more holistic understanding of employee performance. Fourth, objective sleep measures. Use tools such as actigraphy or polysomnography to complement self-reported data and reduce potential biases. The last one will be evaluate interventions. Assess the effectiveness of workplace initiatives aimed at improving sleep health and their impact on productivity. In conclusion, our study underscores the critical role of sleep health, encompassing sleep duration, quality, and disruption in shaping employee performance. By addressing sleep-related challenges, organizations can significantly enhance productivity, reduce errors, and promote employee well-being. From a theoretical perspective, this study strengthened the circadian rhythm and conservation of resources theories, offering localized insights into their application. From a practical perspective, tailored interventions such as flexible work schedules and sleep hygiene programs can make a tangible difference in workplace outcomes. While there are some limitations, this research provides a valuable foundation for future studies to explore broader variables and test targeted interventions. By prioritizing sleep health, we can foster healthier and more productive workplace. That's all from us. Thank you.